My name's Simon Wood and I'm 41 years of age.
My name is Peter Finnegan and I'm 34 years old.
I first became homeless through drinking. I had a drink problem.
Left children's homes at 15. Out into the street, that was it.
This lovely young woman, she seen me upset and distraught and that, and she asked me what was up, and I explained that my shoes have fell apart because of the rain and someone's robbed my stuff again, and it's just a goddamn joke. I've even had cardboard robbed from underneath, mate. It's really bad.
Are you addicted to any drugs?
No.
No, just alcohol?
Yeah.
Are you addicted to any drugs?
No.
No. Alcohol?
No.
No. And how many years have you been without a home?
On and off, 20 years plus.
20 years.
Now, about 5 years.
Well, thank you very much for doing this. It is great of you.
I just want someone to do it for me, so...
Yeah, I help back people home homeless and that, and so when I got my feet, I'm going to help back, do you know what I mean? But I used to do volunteer work and that anyway, mate.
My name is Alexander Georgiev and I'm 17 years old.
Right. How much of a problem do you think homelessness is in the UK?
I actually think it is a bit of a great deal because there are a lot of people who are unfortunately not fortunate enough to have homes, and in a current situation they're just outside and under the shelter of the sky. That's the only thing. But yeah, I think unfortunately that I can still see that it's inhumane to help people, which is kind of fearful in my opinion.
I think it's a big problem because we're supposed to be living in one of the most richest countries in the world, and for the most richest country, one of the most richest countries, there's a lot of homeless people.
Do you ever give money to the homeless?
Yeah, I do give money to the homeless people because there was a stage in my life when I used to be homeless, so I know what it's like when you've got nowhere to stay. If you haven't got an address, you can't get any benefits, so it can be really hard for you being homeless.
What is the most common misconception about homeless people?
Is that we're all drug takers and drug users?
Drugs.
Drugs, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And recently spice.
Right. Do you think homeless people take drugs?
Not all, definitely not all, but I'd say quite a large percentage if we're including alcohol in that.
So I usually give out free haircuts. There was a dude around here yesterday who came in and had a shower and everything, got a free haircut.
So have you got like a shop or
You
something?
do free haircuts, don't you?
Well, I've only done it's called Wayne.
Yeah, they done my hair last week. I had my haircut last week, yeah.
So is it for free? Yeah.
Yeah, I just...
Because I had a really good talk with everyone, and I said when I'm on my feet, I'm going to do it myself, do something once a week and stuff, yeah. Instead of trying to do loads of things every day.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was like, trying to help everyone. And I crashed, and I didn't even think about myself for 1 minute, and because of that I ended up having a mental breakdown, do you know what I mean? And it's not good.
Got a brother and sister, both younger. Thankfully, they're not in the same situation as myself. I first left school and worked as a slaughterman. I have got an asbestos removal licence, to remove asbestos. I've done various jobs, warehouse work, labouring.
Yeah.
All sorts of different jobs over the years.
Yeah. Have you got a job now?
No.
No, you haven't got a job?
No.
I was took off him at 4 years old because of abuse, physical and mental, so not really any contact with my family.
No. Not at all? No.
No.
What's your biggest fear in life?
I don't have any fears. I think I've conquered them all, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Not being remembered. By anybody, just not being remembered. Being forgotten.
Dying on the street. Biggest regret? Not listening, thinking I knew best.
Not putting more into my sport when I was a kid.
I think homelessness is a really serious problem, especially on the streets of Manchester. It seems to be growing more and more every day. And as soon as you speak to these people, you realise they have a completely normal life, just like you. And then they've missed one payday or one rent due, and then that's it, it's all been gone, and then they're on the streets.
Do I feel safe? Funny you say that. Last night I was only attacked. My head's been split open, and that was just for asking someone for change. They give me a mouthful, called me all the names under the sun. You know, I was still polite, said to them, thank you, have a good night. I walked off. Next minute, I was whacked over the head.
What makes you feel safe?
My fists.
The council, they took photographs of all my furniture, and they were going to take all my furniture, and my daughter went, nah, my mum having that, my mum said I could have that. But they won't let her keep the house.
So have you got any contact with your family?
Yeah, I spoke to my mum, I was at my mum and dad's last week, but it kind of went sour grapes.
Right.
We were homeless on and off for 12 months, and it was really tough.
12 months?
Yeah, they kept me in the house, they didn't want me out, they locked me in, and I was in there 5 days, and I had to get the police to get out.
There's different reasons why people become homeless. Some people become homeless because they might lose the job, they might get evicted. Some people also, it can be a rebellious thing, like sometimes a lot of young people are homeless because they fell out with the parents, and what they do is sometimes they can cut their nose off to spite their face. So they say, you know what, well, I'm going to live on the streets then, and then sometimes they go that way.
What is the hardest thing about being homeless?
Being ignored, really. Yeah, you know, I know it must be annoying because there's that many homeless people asking for money, but the way they look at you, you know, like they're just studying you, really. You know, at the end of the day, I prefer them to tell me to F off than ignore me. You know, at least, you know, at the end of the day, I'm still human.
Where would you like to be in a year's time? Like from today, in a year's time?
In some sort of property.
In my own business, running my own business, my own boss.
Yeah. What would you like to do? What would be the perfect job for you?
Children's entertainer. But as in, on a grand scale of things, like, I got the idea from Americans, really. Americans have, like, you have special guests turn up to birthday parties and stuff like that, like Batman will turn up, or Superman.
Yeah.
Over here, they don't do that as much. No, you know what I mean? They don't do that, so I want to start it over here.
Yeah.
And like, but not just do it for kids, I've been doing it for adults as well.
Yeah.
So for instance, I don't know, if you're like a big fan of Marilyn Monroe, she'll turn up to your birthday party.
That's cool.
And sing to you happy birthday.
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe, looking like a Marilyn Monroe, will turn up to your birthday party and perform happy birthday for you. But on a all sorts of things, it depends. If you're a Star Wars fan, I'll have Darth Vader turn up to your party. If you're a Bond fan, I'll have a 007 lookalike turn up to your party.
So what's your favourite cartoon, if you have?
Marvel, comics, Marvel and DC.
Ooh, can we just get that? That's pretty cool. Pretty cool title, actually. When did you get that?
About 2 years ago.
2 years ago. That's pretty cool. How much was it?
30 quid that. It's DC that.
Yeah.
DC Comics, I'm getting my whole arm done eventually. That's all going to be DC and that's all going to be Marvel.
What do you think are the main reasons people become homeless?
The main reasons? Unfortunately, there's a great spectrum of what I think is a reason to become homeless. Some people, obviously, after the army, you know, maybe they've let themselves go a bit or something, and then they end up unfortunately in the street. Others, it may have been own, you know, kind of fault, but others, they may be completely unfortunate, you know, born that way, born in a certain way where you just have that fate. So
What pisses me off the most, you know what I mean? You've got to carry all your stuff around, you get your stuff nicked, and it's just a joke.
Well, I tried to get you like a sturdy bag to aid with the carrying.
Yeah. I'm going to try and get a little they had rucksacks in the sale. Well, that got stolen and all. I bought a rucksack the other week. Got all my little toiletries in it and that got robbed and all. There's a sleep boat gone. Just a joke. But my support worker, I'm going to go and see her again tomorrow and she's trying to get me a flat. Yeah. Because I won't go on them bed sits because they're full of drunks and that. They start booting doors in and I mentally can't deal with things like that. They've got psychosis and I can't deal with things like that. It's too much for my brain.
What is the best thing that happened to you this week?
I was finally given an appointment for the mental health. So they diagnosed me with something. Because I've been out of this, been going around there in my head's like that. And everybody's just saying, oh, it's you, but they've actually turned around and listening to me now and saying, no, hang on a minute, there is something actually wrong with your brain. Something had slid, something's cracked. So that's made me pretty happy.
Yes.
I'm getting took seriously now.
So at night, where do you sleep?
That doorway there.
Is it closed already?
Yeah, it's closed on a Sunday it is.
Right. So have they ever kicked you out from there? Or?
Oh yeah, they wake you up in the morning because she's got to get in. As soon as they wake me up, I move on. I sit here.
So they help you and you help them in a way? Like,
Yeah, because...
to them or anything?
No, because as soon as they come, they wake me up. They say, excuse me, I've got to get in the office. I said, not a problem. Grab my bags and I just move here.
That's great.
And they're like, thank you.
It's good that they
And sometimes they come out with water and stuff like that. It was really hot, not today, but yesterday she did. She came out and said, here's a bottle of water. I was like, oh, thank you.
It's good.
You know, I mean, she didn't have to, she could
have
have...
a good relationship with
Yeah, she seems alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, she seems alright. I've only been here 2 or 3 days, but she seems alright.
So when you are not here, where do you go?
Anywhere around the city.
What's your favourite part of the city?
I haven't got one.
You haven't got one? No.
No.
Yeah, just at the end of the day, you know, I'm still a human being. You know, I don't choose to sit here. You know, sadly, it's circumstances that have put me in this situation. You know, I prefer to be working. You know, I do more hours a day doing this than a normal job. You know, and I would prefer to be in some sort of work, normal work. You know, normal life. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. This lifestyle.
Have you seen any help, like with any government
I'm
authorities?
registered with the council, but the government think there's no homeless. They say there's no homeless problem.
Would you ever give money to the homeless?
I would, yes, indeed.
Why?
Because I think it's only fair to help. So I only think that, well, basically, the person who I look up to the most is Michael Jackson, so it's mentioned, but I believe following his footsteps, the best thing would be to help others.
I think that on a daily basis, it can vary depending, because some homeless people, like there's a homeless man sometimes that you see there, but he's not here today, and he makes like ashtrays out of cans. He gets cans off the streets, and what he does is he gives out the cans and asks for a small donation. So it depends really. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it depends. I think some probably can get about £10, some might make up to £20, some might make £100. So it depends, it varies.